Have you ever felt like you're being watched, even when you're alone? That unsettling prickle on your neck. The feeling that something isn't quite right in the quiet of your own space. It was a Tuesday late evening. The city outside my apartment window was a dull hum. Just me, the silence, and the faint scent of old paperbacks. I found it tucked inside an old copy of The Collector by Charles, published in 1989, a small, unassuming USB stick. It cost me $2. The thrift store owner, an old woman with eyes that seemed to see too much, just smiled. "A good find," she'd said, her voice raspy. Sometimes the past holds more than just memories. Back home, I plugged it in. The date on the drive read 2031. My heart hammered a little. A mistake, surely. But then I saw the folders. Apartment 2027. Inside were photos. My apartment. But not as it is now. Furniture I haven't bought yet. A new lamp by the window. And then the last photo. My bedroom. My bed. And someone sleeping in it. Not me. The air in my room suddenly felt colder. I checked the window, half expecting to see a face pressed against the glass. Nothing, just the reflection of my own pale face. The next few days were a blur of unease. On my commute, the train felt too crowded, too close. I kept seeing faces in the reflections of the windows just for a split second that weren't there when I turned. A faint whisper, like dry leaves skittering across pavement, seemed to follow me. I started noticing things. A book on my shelf, slightly out of place. A faint, metallic smell in the hallway. My reflection in the bathroom mirror seemed to linger a moment too long, a shadow behind my own eyes. I went back to the thrift store. The old woman was there, dusting shelves. "That book," I started, "the one with the USB." She just looked at me, her smile unwavering. Some things are meant to be found. Some futures meant to be seen. I couldn't shake the feeling that the photos weren't just showing my future, but creating it. Or worse, that someone was guiding it. The figure in my bed. Who was it? And why was it there? One night, I woke up to a faint creak from the living room. I froze. The apartment was silent again, but the cold air was unmistakable. I slowly got out of bed, my phone flashlight cutting through the darkness. The living room was empty, but the new lamp, the one from the photos, was on the floor as if it had been knocked over. I picked it up, my hands trembling. A faint scent, like old dust and something else, something metallic and cold, clung to it. I looked at my reflection in the dark window. For a fleeting moment, I saw it. A shadow just behind me, taller, thinner, and then it was gone. The USB stick. I had to understand. I spent hours researching, trying to find anything about the collector or Charles. Nothing. It was like the book and the USB existed outside of time. I started leaving small traps. A hair across the doorframe, a coin balanced on a book. Every morning they were disturbed. Not by me. The climax came subtly. I was looking at the photo of the figure in my bed again. I zoomed in pixel by pixel, and then I saw it. A faint, almost imperceptible detail. On the bedside table, next to the sleeping figure, was a copy of The Collector. The same edition. It wasn't just my future. It was a loop, a cycle, and the figure in my bed. It wasn't just someone else. It was me, or a version of me, a future me, perhaps, who had already gone through this, and was now waiting. The cold warning is this: some doors once opened can never be closed. Some futures once seen become inevitable. What if the choices you make aren't your own? What if they've already been made for you? If you've ever felt a chill down your spine or seen something out of the corner of your eye that wasn't there, then you understand. There are more stories like this waiting to be told. Follow along, and maybe you'll find another piece of the puzzle.